What's good, family? This is Queen Common Sense back at you from the Chi Town remix to the motherfucking sticks. Whew, it's been one and two. Life be lifing. Oh Lord, and I normally don't do IG just to communicate with people. Networking like that. I don't really be on IG a lot, but lately I started getting a little more nosy, and you know me. I'ma always be looking for something to catch my attention that's noteworthy. These type of behaviors that I look for, a lot of people turn their head to it. They overlook it. A lot of people are desensitized to it. But I'm keen to it because it resonates with me in a kind of way that takes me to a place where it makes me want to bring harm to another being. And that's not a very good place. Toxicity has been so normalized among the people who we know to be our mothers. And I have a very toxic mother. And when I started watching Love and Marriage Huntsville and Wanda came on the show, I was embarrassed for Tisha. I was embarrassed for her. Um, my mother is the energy of a Wanda, but with the image of a Claire Huxtable. Um, she's a little bit more polished than Wanda as far as manners and tactfulness, enunciating her words and, you know, giving off the image of having everything all together. My mother is more of a covert narcissist, very malignant. So their appearance, how who they present themselves to be is much more important than being heard, being loud, being ignorant, and just obnoxious. They're obnoxious in much more subtle but triggering, infuriating ways than the overt narcissist. See, Wanda is a provocative victim alongside of being the biggest uneducated genius that I have ever met in a very long time. Um, I slid through on Wanda's IG just for shits and giggles, and I can't unhear and unsee all of this. Okay, um, this is why I'm embarrassed for Tisha because there's just really difficult to discover where to begin with trying to have an open dialogue, you know, in good faith that the conversation will actually get somewhere and you can accomplish understanding between Miss Wanda and Tisha. The boundaries that she is consistently violating with her adult child. Wanda is very miserable within herself. She's very miserable and depleted from her soul. That's why the light of an empath like Melody Cherie Rogers just bothers her spirit. Okay. This is why Wanda always has a problem with empaths like Melody because misery is bothered. The light that Melody carries really, really puts a damper on Miss Wanda's whole purpose for living, which is to make people miserable. People will be very angry with you because they love you and they don't want to. if that makes sense. See, it's a spiritual thing. A lot of people talk about mental illness. The Black community has poked fun and uh, shucked and jibed about mental illness for decades, centuries, really, because of the ongoing trauma we have had to put a lid on and remain silent about causes these demons to erupt, and it shows up differently with different people depending on if they have a soul or not. And we all can clearly see that Wanda has no soul. Okay. Now we're going to go through her little IG live real quick, and I'm going to break it down why this triggers me uh, in a couple points as a reaction to this mother and grandmother of multiple children and grandchildren who has held on to her childhood trauma for so long, it has depleted her soul and put her light out. Okay? This is spiritual. You can check out and still be walking around like a zombie, walking deadheads. You could be functioning like she's doing, driving, doing everyday things, but dead on the inside. Your spirit is extinguished. Okay? So here we go. And y'all ride it out with me because I'm gonna break it down. Sorry.
Oh, she better hurry up and come on out of here.
So she's on live
Let's see.
and she's just waiting for somebody here. Okay.
Hmm.
First of all, like, why would you shove a mint or whatever in your mouth while you're on live about to, share whatever you want to share with your followers? That right there, in and of itself is really tacky and rude. If you're gonna come on live for attention, at least be engaging and not disgusting. Show some manners and respect for the people that you're talking to that follow you. And you can tell, the elders that reared Wanda, they all were very, careless and tacky and crass. They had no self awareness as a lady, and then people sit around and wonder why a lot of Black men call women like this masculine because, you know, women are supposed to have some air of elegance. You don't have to walk around in a ball gown all the damn time. You don't have to act like you're speaking fourth and fifth register English, but you have to have some type of decorum. Even when you're in your own company, you know, y- you know, in the comfort of your own home, there's just certain things ladies just don't do.
And we had to come out here to this little wedding event and find these. I'm gonna do this way and go this way. We can turn back around.
It takes a little minute, y'all. She's gonna get, she's gonna get warmed up here.
Howdy, Leo. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Mm.
And see, this is all just strictly for attention. She probably rarely goes, um, is invited out unless it's to something related to a family event, you know, whatever few little circle of friends she has, you know. And Melody made all these women try to step up their game, their appearance, their health, the way they carry themselves, even how they chase the bag. Melody got them all shook. Okay. Even these old, miserable, toxic ass elder women who command respect but have no self respect and don't know how to respect other people, including their own daughter. Okay. Let's go.
Where's my other phone? Put this address
Now
in.
she's digging around in the glove box or in the seat or in her bag. It's just disgusting, yo. Like, this is a type of women that used to
Okay.
harass us, elder women, as we were growing up as young girls. We would go down to visit our family in the South. And you know how a lot of these mean, cantankerous, miserable aunties are when they see their beautiful young nieces visit. They're bubbly, they're giggly, they're happy to see their cousins. And this takes that old, grouchy, Luciferian auntie back to a time in her life where she remembers how she destroyed her youth by pinning a mattress to her back and letting the community uh take everybody get a turn like a damn doorknob. Let's go.
How y'all doing out there? It's just Tuesday. I see a Leo in the house. I see a Leo in the house. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I do want to. Today is my sister's birthday, and I'm out looking for something for my little niece wedding. Holly, what's up with you? Hey, how you doing? But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all better not do. I'm telling y'all, don't do it. Please don't do it. Y'all know my mouth is very foul, right? Everybody know that. Everybody say I should have be a stand up comic, but I'm not that type of person. I just like to talk. Okay.
All right, get ready for the gaslight, y'all. She's not a messy person. She has a foul mouth. You see the reprobate double talking, gaslighting, first floor mutant mentality already through the gate.
That's it. I just like to talk to noise. But let me tell y'all something. And it's so funny because is this? Oh no. But it's so funny because I had to think about it. I was like, dang, it's so many people's birthday in February. Oh my God. Why is it so many people birthdays goodness. February have so many babies. And I just realized, hey Hatchet, how you doing, baby? You know I didn't know who you was, y'all new name over here. Great to see you. We age Santa's occasion. Oh, okay. All occasion has been. Where you at? Where you located?
She's just on here to be on here. She wants to be relevant again. She misses being on the show. She sees all this mess with, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. He done got himself, painted himself into a damn corner, trying to hurt Melody so bad, that he hurt himself. Same with Miss Wanda, running her mouth so much, doing too much, and got kicked off the show. So she's just on here now just to be on here. She's I guess greeting her people or whatever, just because she got to be relevant. That's why I'm embarrassed for Tisha. You can't just let your daughter shine. You fumbled mothering your children, and Tisha has to front and fake and floss like she's this well put together, well rounded, polished woman because she's embarrassed. My mother is the same way. My sister feels like she is better than the rest of her family because she was one of the first ones of us to complete her college degree, right? And then she went on to pledge in a sorority because there was no sense of connection and feeling of value and validation in our family structure. So she had to create that in her own delusional reality, right? In her own delusional space. She had to level herself because my mother did not have that tool to nurture her female daughters, her children, her daughters, her mini me's, two of them. Okay.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's too. I mean, I think it's just in the water or something in May. May, they be busy in May, baby. I know it's Mother's Day now. I know it's Mother's Day, but it's a lot of them. Y'all know I'm not lying. Look at your family and tell me, girl, you around the corner from my house. I live in Allenville. Oh, really? Okay.
So she's just rambling on about birthdays, trying to, I guess, warm up to what she want to say. And you know, I don't know, like this is a mother who, I probably would have wanted to hurry up and leave for college too. That would be one of my routes to exit from the toxic environment. A lot of us Gen X, and you know we used things like college, scholarships for sports, musical scholarships, academic scholarships to be able to escape, from the narcissistic parents and, the narcissistic abuse. And Tisha, I think, tried that. That was one of her avenues to escape from having to endure, this piss poor leadership of a woman, a sloppy, slovenly example of womanhood that we call a mother, Miss Wanda.
On you. They talk about you. They try to take your jobs away from you. They do everything in their power to do it, but God always got the stronger power. God always said, don't worry about what those people over there are doing. Don't worry about that. I got you. And when God tell you he got you, you better listen to what he say, okay? Do not, you ain't got to put a finger on nobody, no.
Okay, so now she's talking about, you know, people trying to call around and verify the logistics for the Black Expo, right? Because it changes every 5 minutes with these people. And she's mad because some of the bloggers, she said, allegedly called to verify the information, calling, trying to make her daughter lose her job. This is what Miss Wanda's saying. Now, okay, in my opinion, uh, Tisha and Marceau don't have jobs. They're scammers. That's their job. So if you mean that by checking to verify if this information is legitimate, that people are spending their hard earned money on to attend this expo, right? This alleged expo, then anybody would double check. That's what any other legitimate function gives you the right to do. People have a right to call and verify the information if they would like to learn more about this expo. That draws more business and more attention. I might not attend, but I could tell someone else who is interested and say, "Hey, these people over here in Atlanta at the such and such place, they're having a Black Expo. I heard you were looking for to network somewhere. You got a new business that you're, trying to promote." Okay. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, Miss Wander, but you take it that way. Why? Because that is the type of narrow minded mentality that you have. And you have tried to take Miss Melody Cherie's job away and ruin her business by lying, slandering her, and making false narratives up about her business practices. You've even talked about her personal affairs. No one invited you into her situation, and you injected yourself into it at when she had left Martell, when she finally left. So what do you mean?
Them to be scrolling through YouTube, y'all, and I happen to see that all the people that was over there doing all that talking about the people, other folks on the show. I mean, they talked about everybody on the show. They down these people, like down them. Me, I mean, they have said things about me, but I'm just talking about literally just downing people. Just
Just like you, for several seasons, down Melody, you talked about her children, especially the baby. First, you wanted her to reconcile with her ex. Then you turned around and said, you go ahead and find there's somebody better that'll treat her better, that's worthy. Melody didn't invite you into that. Yeah, you were on the show at the time. Yeah, you were part of the cast at the time or a friend to the mother to the show, whatever. But that was not your place. Okay. That was not your place to insert yourself into their soon to be divorce, to lecture or try to encourage or try to, enlighten Melody on what she knows about herself. She deserved better. That's why she started the divorce proceedings and divorced his ass. Okay. So nobody needed you to restate the obvious back then. Okay. Let's go.
calling them all type of this, calling them thieves, liars. I mean, just everything. Y'all know the reason why Jesus got crucified. Jesus got crucified because the people was lying on him.
No, no. Jesus didn't get crucified because people was lying on him. That's not why he got crucified. Jesus got crucified because he would not worship any other God but the God, his Father in heaven. That's why Jesus got crucified. See, this is how you know this is a reprobate minded demon that you're dealing with. And anybody that is God's chosen, such as Melody, bothers her spirit because guess what? Just like we could see angels, we could see devils too as empaths. And a lot of times people are desensitized to the devil because they have such a very low frequency, like Miss Wanda, and that's all that they know and can connect to and resonate with is this low frequency gaslighting, double talk, half speak. Let's go.
And they was talking about him, and they were saying he was doing things that he didn't do, and they didn't want him there. They didn't want this. But God said, leave that up to me. Leave that up to me. And
And see, this is why Tisha is so confused with what is morally and ethically correct as a friend, sister, confidant, wife, mother, because she had a very lackluster example for a mother growing up, right? And what you put into your child is what will come out into society after they're adults and outside of your care. Their choices will be poor choices in people, choices of partners, choices of friends, right? Until Tisha ran into Melody. Now, y'all remember Tisha and Marceau was her ex-husband's friends. Melody was never friends with these people before the show aired. She helped them get back up on their feet so that they could use the show as a platform to put more exposure on their budding entrepreneurship journey. Okay. Because they were struggling. Okay. Let's go. But she This is her blaspheming God. She's violating the scripture and eisegeting. She's taking the context of the text and flipping the script and spinning the narrative on the Holy Bible that she said she believed in the God who put forth this scripture. Okay?
I was just sitting down. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm fasting about because I know God He is a true God, and He is just God. God is just. He just where He say He is. Okay, God. So the thing happened, y'all. It was so funny. It's really not funny, but I'm just saying when you do something to somebody, somebody come back and touch you on your.
This is your karma, Wander. This is your karma for initiating bullying and harassment of Melody. This is your karma. Okay? This is what you get for always being messy, for using this show as a way to stir up ratchet hood boogery and display how blatant and ignorant some of our elders are, that it is embarrassing to watch. It is cringeworthy that you had the responsibility to take care of young, defenseless, small babies and children. Okay. I would be embarrassed if you were my auntie. I would be embarrassed if you were related to me in any way, shape, or form because of your behavior. And now, as I'm older and, going through what I had to go through and endure to survive my mother's narcissism, you know, I thank God even more for the grandmother that I had and the wisdom that she instilled in me and the genteel nature that she showed as a woman and as a mother and a nurturer and the steed over the house, a homemaker. Okay, because she taught me grace and she taught me how to be compassionate, and she was a straight shooter, and the way she did it was so loving and classy, a lot like Melody Cherie's energy. My grandmother was always very diplomatic, even in her anger. And everybody loved her. I mean, when she transitioned and we had her home going, there was no room in the church. That church was full from the floor to the balcony with people paying their respects to my grandmother, my mother's mother. Okay. So, this right here, I understand why Tisha can't figure herself out and why she aspires to be like Melody. She hangs on her every word. She is highly upset and hurt and really offended that Melody fell all the way back up off Tisha. This is why Miss Wanda and how she raised her daughter is the reason why Tisha cannot take constructive criticism from someone she looks up to. Okay?
Your shoulder. God will touch you on your shoulder, okay? He truly will. He will touch you on your shoulder and he will let you know when you are wrong. And then if you don't obey that, then he'll come back and step in again. And if you don't obey that, he'll only give you three chances. I'm a true believer that three chances.
And where do they say that in the Bible, Miss Wanda? Who said that? Where do you see that? Where did you study that? What scripture and verse, chapter and verse? Do you see how our elders gaslight us, yo? And with the power and responsibility to the title of mother, unsuspecting, innocent, blank canvas is the psyche of a child. This is how it starts. We have 18 years to endure this shit from the first woman that we're supposed to love and love us, our first teacher.
Because I asked God. A lot of people like, I had 3 bloggers that to come and
This is Tisha's first teacher. You understand?
say, well, Miss Wanda was right. Miss Wanda was right. Not one, not two, but three. Okay, 3 of them. And it's something about that number 3. I don't know what it is, but it's something about that number 3. What you said to do? The strike. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Striking these challenges, y'all. So let me tell y'all something. I said maybe about 3 weeks ago. Told you something. There's something up with these threes, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying now. Don't move me too fast, y'all. God gas the last. He had a final say, and people don't understand that. And I don't wish nobody no bad luck on their jobs or none of that.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why were you trying to defame Melody's skincare business? Why is it that every time Melody started a new project and, started to collab with other people and her fan base started to grow, her career started to take off, and every project Melody was working on, your daughter was following up the rear trying to catch her overflow. And every time Tisha flopped, you had something to say about Melody. Okay? So if that's the case, then why is it that it's not okay now that it's happening to you, Wanda?
I know some of these YouTubers need their jobs, but some these 3 people right here, they don't need no job the way they talk about people. Them 3 YouTubers there, the 3 that I was talking about that was coming down.
You stay talking about people. You always talking about people. You don't even know what you're talking about when you be talking about people. Okay? You can't stop talking about other people because you have absolutely nothing going on for yourself to better yourself, to upgrade your lifestyle, to check off some things on your to do bucket list that you want to experience in life. You are still in the same town, in the same spot, on the same plane, in the gas, gutter snipe landfill, spiritual landfill, wasteland Wanda.
It's going down. I guarantee it going down. Wherever you want to meet me at, it's going down. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm not here to celebrate that. I'm here to talk about how sad it is for people to think that God is not real. For people to think that that's not a God in this world.
Yeah, you think God is not real by running up on somebody in a parking lot, someone young enough to be your daughter, who you have provoked and harassed and made fun of and tried to defame and slander everything that she was doing, minding her business and drinking her water. You kept pushing up on Mel. You kept poking that sleeping rattler, that sleeping scorpion, okay? Until you got stung. Now you getting stung, you see.
For people to think that God is not sitting right next.
You thought you was above God. You thought you could outdo God. You thought you could ruin something that you did not create. You can't tear down something that you didn't build. Okay? Now, everything, the cream has risen to the top, and the backwash in the horse trough ain't so pleasant, is it? Now, the spotlight of negativity is shining right back on you. That same energy that you had for Melody, hold that position, Hunty, because you didn't have a problem laughing and giggling and being facetious when Melody was suffering and being ganged up on and dogpiled, did you? Now you got a problem with people talking about you and yours. Okay.
To me. I'm serious. For people to think that God is not in this car with me. For people to think that God's not in my mouth, and for y'all
God is not in your mouth. There's nothing godly that comes out your mouth. There's nothing godly that is implanted and dropped in your spirit. There's nothing godly about any of the behavior you have displayed, past, present, and I'm sure not too soon in the foreseeable future either. Okay? So if God be with you, then that scripture resonates that God watches over fools and babies. So which one are you? You ain't no baby.
to have me in y'all mouth and God is in my mouth. Come on now. Y'all not thinking that God was not going to do nothing to you guys. Y'all thought that he going to continue on letting y'all talk about his.
And this is something else, just a nuance of this particular diatribe that she's on about, this scrambled word salad of, you know, talking negatively about her family. You know, people who, I get it, we're all animated, we express ourselves in passionate ways. Some of us are more elevated, some of us talk loud, some of us don't. But usually most people who are grounded, and well mentally balanced and spiritually balanced, they don't have to talk real loud like this. They don't have to continuously repeat the same thing over and over, restating the obvious, trying to, who are you trying to convince? You trying to convince you, or you trying to convince me what you got to say? Why are you shouting? You know what I'm saying? You're inside of a car, for goodness sake. We hear you, okay?
Children without him saying nothing. He's just gonna let y'all talk. Now y'all see, yesterday was me. Today is you guys. I told you.
No, that just lack no, she's void of self-awareness, y'all. It doesn't matter where she is, what type of environment she's in. She has no she's tone deaf. She can't read the room, and even if she did tune into the energy of the vibe of the environment she's in, she doesn't care. And no one has really corrected her and shaped her into a respectable woman, self-respecting woman. Wanda has absolutely no respect for herself.
You. I told you. You better keep your mouth off of God, children. You better keep them little teeth in your mouth and that little.
Right. You need to shut up. Stop trying to make digs and be it slick diss Melody, because Melody didn't do anything to you. She has always been as respectful as she could. She's better than me because Wanda would have caught a fresh one a long time ago. Okay, before you tried to run up, and then when you ran up that day, you would have got done the fuck up. Had that been me, okay. So Melody, hats off, kudos to you, Queen. Always a class act. Let's go.
Tongue in your mouth and keep your tongue and that teeth off of people's children. I'm keeping it real with you. Cause
Okay, so again, let us be reminded. You didn't keep your mouth off of Melody's children. Okay? You didn't keep your mouth off of Sugar Mama, did you? No, you didn't. Now we have a problem with people talking about your children.
let me go back to when I said about this number 3, y'all. I asked God, I said, I had a problem with 3 bloggers. And now they want to say, well, Wanda struck out y'all. They know I didn't strike it.
If you had a problem with 3 bloggers, it's because you stuck your nose, inserted yourself into a situation that did not involve you, because the only type of energy you resonate with is messy. That's it. You only resonate with messy. Everything you do is messy. You don't have any positive intentions for anybody that you think might be able to take something from you or prevent you from being seen and heard. This is the wounded little girl within toxic mothers that went unaddressed. There's trauma there from a very young age. That's why she only resonates with trying to either compete with her daughter or overly protect and hover and smother her daughter.
Sense of higher power. You are absolutely right. A higher power. Remember that. Oh, it's not Wanda. It's somebody else. They're a higher power than Wanda. You're right. Who is a higher power than me? Who do y'all think? Oh, y'all blaming everybody because you know what? The devil don't reveal itself. The devil
We're looking at the devil. We're looking at the devil live and in Technicolor, 4D, 5D, HD. We're looking at the devil. The devil is the prince of the air. The devil needs a host to execute his evil deeds. And demonic possession is real because we saw it on national TV prior to today, as well as in Miss Messy Petty Betty. Okay. We see the devil. This is what the devil looks like. The devil don't come with a red pitchfork and horns and ring your damn doorbell and say, "Hey, I'm the devil. I came to upset you today. Is that all right with you? Can I have permission and a clearance to do so?" We looking at the devil, yo.
ever do not reveal itself. When God do things and he allow the devil to do things, because I'm not going to say God done anything. Not on that part. He listened to his children. Then he'll allow the devil to go out there and do things to the people that doing things to his children. He allow the devil.
Do you see this? Do you see this misguided, immature, unevolved interpretation of how God is the only God of vengeance? I think that's what she's trying to say. I might be wrong, but this is really difficult to follow. And a lot of it I'm assuming, and I'm just kind of gathering from my memory recall and listening to a lot of the women in my family, unfortunately on my dad's side, some on my mom's side as well, but more so on my dad's side was the deep rooted dysfunction of this type of energy in our elder women, Black women. Very wounded, very frustrated, very angry from bottling up their trauma and being silenced for whatever reason. With Wanda's energy, I pick up a lot of abuse. She was abused and mental and emotionally abused and neglected. You know, I pick up a lot of addiction in her energy that surrounds this family. A lot of addiction, a lot of alcoholism is what I pick up as well from this energy with Wanda and how her family dynamic has shown itself to us, you know. So Wanda is the total opposite of anything godly, etherical, or metaphysically positive. Okay. She is not of God. And it's very dangerous for this woman to be a mother who have raised children who are more delusional versions of herself. Let's go.
To do this, okay? He allowed them. So is there three bloggers, the gospel girl? Um, I'm not gonna call their name, but the three that I asked for y'all, the three that I prayed about, and it's not over with. I'm telling y'all. I mean, these folks have they talked about Destiny like a dog. They talked about
You talked about Melody like a dog. You talked about Melody's children like a dog. You talked about Melody's mom like a dog. You talked about anything Melody did in a very derogatory, negative, deplorable, disgusting manner. So, just like the Bible says, eye for an eye. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm.
They went out in this lady place and they tried to break this girl down. They talk about the Scots like they ain't even human. You know what I'm saying? They talk about
You talked about Sugar Mama like she wasn't even human. An innocent child that did nothing to you, has no connection to you. You never will ever meet her ever. Y'all will never even breathe the same air at the same time. But you talked about a little baby, a toddler, like a dog.
People like they ain't nothing. They above and beyond these type of people. You know what I'm saying? Even now to Martell. I don't even care too much about Martell, but I never hear me on here talking about Martell like a dog. I don't do stuff like that. That's just certain things.
You were screaming and shouting and arguing in public with Martell. You talked about, again, an issue that had nothing to do with you on national television, inserting yourself into that family who was going through a very, very, very tumultuous, fragile situation. And you talked about the entire situation as if they were not human. So, what what's the diff?
Things you don't do. If you're gonna blog about the show, talk about the show, and leave it alone. It's not necessary to be calling these folks jobs. It's not necessary to be calling these folks places of business, trying to get them fired off their job, trying to get their business taken down. Do you not know you got a business? Do you not know that this is a job y'all doing right now when y'all are blogging? Did y'all not know this?
Uh that's why they do it. That's why content creators create content to profit from it and share their opinions. That's what the fuck is for. Okay? It is a business. And you have tried to ruin bloggers' business too. You've talked about bloggers like a dog too.
Come on now. Y'all have to know that y'all got a job y'all are doing. And expect for y'all job to continue going smoothly. Oh, we just talking about, but God is not pleased with it. Anytime you can hurt somebody else, God is not pleased with it.
Okay, well then there you go. This is what happens with when you trifle with God's chosen people. The same energy you put out into the universe is the same energy you get back. And see, this is another thing about having the responsibility of being a mother and holding that title and that assignment. You know, as we clearly see, everybody don't get the assignment. They're not built for it. They're not built to be a mother because it produces adults who feel entitled because they have lack of structure, lack of emotional intelligence, lack of any type of grooming that we see was instilled in Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers. You could tell that young woman was loved, she was cherished, she was shown that she was very valuable and precious to her creator. And true mothers know that our children are only loaned to us. They don't belong to us, they belong to God. And true mothers will always tap into the spiritual information that is provided to us by our daughters, with showing us who they desire to be by what they're drawn to, who they emulate the most, which should be the women that surround them in their lives, the aunties, right? The older cousins, the older female woman sibling, the sisters. See, me, I resonate with Tisha with the toxic mother factor piece is my older sister was my mother's puppet. She's the golden child. And as long we already know how that goes with narcissists, you have to agree or be quiet. Children are to be seen and not heard. You don't have a voice. I don't care how you feel. It's because I said so. And don't ask me don't question me, little girl. That's how my mother was. She was very soft spoken with it though. She was like May on Greenleaf. Okay. Very well dressed, put together, not a hair out of place, nails polished, toes manicured, pedicured, flawlessly dressed. We weren't, we were middle class, black family, nuclear family, government, white, blue slash white collar, professional father, sole breadwinner, mom a homemaker, house pristine. You could lick the floor, everything intact. You could bounce a quarter off that bedspread. That hair was done. She outsourced our hair care. That was another lack of spiritual connection that my mother missed out on, was the ritual of grooming the beautiful, kinky, curly, thick hair of your daughter. That's a bonding experience. My mother outsourced that. But we both had hair down to our back, our waistline, because we were lucky to get a cosmetician. She was one of them old school cosmeticians who did the press and curl, hot comb. She had a cosmetology license and set up shop in the basement. Because homes in the Midwest, I'm sorry, have basements. So she finished her basement up, and she had her chair in her basement, and she did press and curl, hot comb, deep condition with the Queen Helene cholesterol treatment, the beer and the raw egg with the heat cap. Uh-huh. And the blue magic, what they call goose grease back then, press. Yes, one of those. What they call now it looked like a Brazilian blowout. What they call now, that's Mother Hankins, $7 a head. Okay, hair draping butters, type of old school growing hands church mother. Kojic, old school. Okay, and she had that gift, and she would talk to me as well. She reminded me of my grandmother. That's why I loved her so much. But she was nothing like Wanda, Wasteland Wanda. She was very eloquent, quiet, soft spoken, could cook out of both apron string, cook, and she would get you together without raising her voice. Okay.
Double for the trouble, okay? I want y'all to know that. But when you ask for three, I'm gonna show you how good my God is. I heard somebody on that.
You listen, check this out. She gonna show you how good her God is by telling you she prayed for three content creators. Listen to this.
Saying, "Oh, they hit 12 channels." 12 channels. I said 12. Oh my God. Oh, I was just playing. I said, God, I asked for three. But you mean to
You see this? You see how dangerous this is? Listening as a young child. Walk with me here. Imagine if a young girl hears this, 15, 14, 12. They're on IG. These kids are getting younger and younger, scrolling through these devices. Run across how this elder mother, grandmother said she prayed to God for certain content creators' channels to be removed or stricken. Huh? Imagine how confusing that is to a young lady who does not understand fully about spiritual warfare, spirituality, Christianity, prayer, you know, things like that, karma, still learning life, still learning early puberty age. Think about that now, how dangerous it is to weaponize God the way the colonists have done to remove somebody's job as a content creator where people rely on the income that they make from creating content online. Okay. Yet she has a problem with someone calling to verify the logistics of this expo.
them? You gave me three times the trouble? Three times plus the three I asked you for? Oh, Jesus. That's why I said you better be careful when you ask God for stuff. Oh, Jesus. I'm telling y'all, you got to be careful. But I'm just here to say this right here, y'all, because y'all know I'm a true believer of God. I don't care where I go, what I do. I'm always keep a smile on my face. I'm always going to show up and show out because that's who I am, okay? I give God all that I got, and it's going to be the truth. If it's the truth, it's the truth. What about Mel and her? Okay, well, y'all can say what y'all want. So that's what I'm saying. When you talking about somebody, y'all keep on going back to what happened yesterday. What we talking about hair? Is hair a problem? I mean, come on now.
Okay. So, yeah, you answer that. You made an issue about a baby's hair. You went in on a baby about her hair. You compared your grandchildren's hair to a baby and her hair because you don't like that baby's mother. You're jealous of that young woman because that young woman is no longer allowing your daughter to use her and catch her overflow for free while Tisha play in her face and smile in her face and keep driving darts and daggers in her back. Hello.
Come on. And that right there is not the front. That's not the point. Because everything that I said is playing out right now. Everything that I said about anybody is playing out right now.
No, it's not. Everything you said was going to happen backfired, Wasteland Wander. Everything that you put in the atmosphere as a DDT for Melody Cherie, her family, her situation, the plight that she was in with her ex, over her children. You didn't care if she made it through with her right mind and safe. You didn't care if her ex brought harm to her. You had something to say. You didn't like her. You were happy to see her go through what she was going through because you were mad, because Tisha was mad that she could no longer clout chase up behind Melody and catch her overflow. Narcissists are angry and want to destroy you because they can no longer control, use, and abuse you. Wander, you are miserable and you're mad, bothered, and upset because you have to eat your words.
With those same two people. The same two people, I don't call names, but the same two people you just not name, who you just not mentioned. Okay, they're playing out right now in my face. That's what I'm telling you how good God is. Y'all, oh my God, y'all better listen to me one day. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get away from over here because
No, 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 no. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to Wasteland Wanda. Okay. Don't let any of this absorb into your spirit. Don't listen to her. This woman is toxic. She has her own demons that she's fighting, and it's bleeding on to everybody else, just like Tisha is. She is fighting her own demons. Tisha is delusional. She doesn't understand that she has been cheated on, probably worse than Melody. She knows it. She doesn't want to accept it. She's delusional, and she is confused, just like her mama. You could tell the tree by the fruit it bears.
I see some more cars putting up, and I don't know. Not that I'm scared, y'all, because God got me, but still, I just got to be careful. But I'm just leaving from Allenville, so I had to come out here to take care of some business. But I'm just saying that, y'all, because I'm telling y'all how good my God is. When you talk about my children, I don't care about you talking about them. You can call them anything you want to call them. You can say whatever you want to say.
Here comes the double talk.
about them. Say whatever you please, because guess what? Words don't really hurt. But when you start calling their jobs and stopping them, these people can't even go out and say, okay, we having an expo on a certain day because they too afraid that y'all gonna get on y'all radio and call everybody. I was just listening to one blogger. She got on her phone and she called like 6 or 7 more hotels.
So what? That's her right. If she is interested and wants more details, anybody, it's a public event or event, as Tisha say. It's supposed to be for the public, people who purchase a ticket. The public can purchase a ticket. So why can't they call and figure out where the hell it is if there's no information on the flyer that they posted and published in public online on the public internet? And there's no details. Well, where is it? What time is it? How long is it going to last? Because there's a black, not a black expo, but there's a business expo every year in Chicago at what once was known as McCormick Place. It's a historical venue where people come to network under different umbrellas of business. Okay, they have the expo there, they have the car show there annually, they have all kind of things there. That biz where technology expos, all kind of stuff go. It's a regular thing. And everybody knows once they post the flyer, it's gonna be have who is coming, what they're gonna be doing, when it is, how much are the tickets, if it's free. Sometimes they have a block of time where it's open for free, and then after a certain hour, it's for people who purchase a ticket. They get different type of perks and access to different levels of whatever's going on, different events, different little presentations that are inside the expo that are fit in line with whatever businesses are there to meet and network to grow their business and network with other business like-minded people. And maybe people get hired. Sometimes there's a lot of people in the Chicago Expo that come there and they get hired. They bring their resume and they network and rub elbows with the right people, you know, pass a couple of cocktails around and politic and boom. People land six-figure careers at some of these expos.
Hotels. She called all these hotels to see what Black Expo was gonna be at. What?
And it wouldn't be a problem if it was on the up and up, if everything's legit. But we can't even really get that through to Wasteland Wander, because she doesn't understand business. Okay. What happened to that flopped food truck? Me business woman. You gonna have your own business? The truck ready? When the truck gonna be ready, Wanda? We still waiting for this truck, this food truck. And you talking about, well, you're calling all around trying to get, yeah, because people want to know. If they want to sell tickets, they need to have all the information available.
What sense does that make? You ain't even gonna attend. So why are you calling? And they thought it was so funny.
Riding around with no seatbelt. This somebody grandmama. She got grandchildren. She has adult children. Okay. She's supposed to have a husband and a boyfriend. She got a business. Okay. She love her daughter. Why don't you have a seatbelt on? Why are you setting a poor example for your grandchildren to pull up this video and see you riding around without a dang on seatbelt on, for starters, and then screaming and shouting at the camera about talking about her, your daughter, and they hear you talking about their daddy all the time. You always talk about Marceau. You talk about your son-in-law like a dog too, right in front of your grandchildren.
But when God get to whooping them, when God get to whooping them, it's gonna be funny to all 600. How many subscribers they got? I think they got like 600, maybe about 6,000 subscribers. Some of them got 4, some of them got 5. All of them the same people. They just go around with the same thing. Okay. They don't have like 6,000 extra subscribers. They only have 6,000. The same 6,000 go around to everybody. The same one, same people, same thing. Okay. They were like, well, one the man because this certain person got more subscribers. Baby, they can have no subscribers. They looking for a job. I'm not looking for no job. I got a job. I'm not looking for no job. I'm not looking for YouTube to pay now one of my bills. Now one of them. Not one. If I was, I'd be on my YouTube channel now talking. Okay? But I'm not. So that means I'm not looking for no money.
That's another thing. She said she was going to start up her YouTube channel, do more cooking, show her recipes and all that disgusting slop that she would put together on a wing and a prayer in a filthy kitchen or in a backyard that looked like a landfill on that disgusting grill that she never sanitized or cleaned after each use. Okay. She said she was going to build up her YouTube channel and following so she could bring in a little coin to invest in her food truck.
From YouTube. I don't need them to pay me. I don't need nobody to strike my channel and do this what they doing to y'all. Okay? So that's what I'm letting you know. You got a job today. Tomorrow you may not have none. Be careful when you try to take folks' job. Be careful. I'm
Like you did. Like you went calling around, you campaigned and petitioned some of your fair weather friend, Miss Petty Betty and all them over there, Stormy's mama, your niece or your sister, whoever, one of your other friends over there, you had all trying to gang up on Mel, had them all trying to gang up to on Kimmy. Let's not forget that. You talk about Kimmy like a dog. You was always up in the middle of her information and relationship and situationships. Okay? So you always talking about people trying to call around and find out information that you don't need to have access to. That's none of your business.
just being real with you. And the same one sitting on this page now, laughing and grinning, thinking it's funny because you think you took somebody's job.
Again, your daughter doesn't have a job. Okay? We all know that they took a loan out. Okay? That's been proven. And what do hood rich people do with money that's not allocated for what they took it out for? Okay? So stop fronting. Okay? Word on the curb is that that loan that they took out on black is what they using to keep afloat. That's what the word rumor is. Okay? Because Tisha don't have no job. Marceau can't finish a project. Marceau is being sued. Okay? They're being sued. They have a multi-million-dollar lawsuit hanging over their head with Zen Garden. We all know that. Okay? So they don't have a job. Okay? They got weak, whack ass game. They're not even good scammers.
Y'all think y'all took somebody's job, but what God got for you is for you. Okay? It is for you. And I want everybody to know that. God ain't giving you no more than you can handle, and He gonna take away no more than He can give back. Okay? He's not gonna take nothing for you that He can't give you double the trouble. Okay?
And see, this is why she's so bothered because everything she tried to do to sabotage Melody and her children and her new journey to peace and healing, it is now ricocheting back. You remember how long Tisha held on to Melody not communicating with her after the end of season 1 or 2, where Melody had already left and divorced her ex, and Tisha was mad because they didn't talk as much. Melody kept explaining to her 150 times why. I need to decompress. I'm going through a lot right now. You did not come try to check on me. You was waiting on me to call you. And see, that's the type of hood booger mentality that I can't really fuck with. One-sided fair weather friendships. I cannot stand high maintenance women. I'm not your surrogate boyfriend, surrogate partner. I'm not your garbage dump for all your woes. Friendship is a two-way street. And if you put as much faith and energy into your friend girls and your women friends that you do your cheating husband, you would have better connections with people and you would be able to trust yourself to understand that everything ain't always about you. Let's go.
If he take a $10 job from you, you believe me, he gonna give you a 20 or better. Okay? Okay? Y'all just know that. But see, when you're serving people, it's hard to realize what you're going through because you're serving people. You got to learn not to serve people. You got to learn how to serve God Himself. Even to all these other big peoples that coming down, that with P. Dennis and all these folks, they coming down. It's going down, baby. I'm telling you, this year right here.
What does P Diddy have anything to do with it? He just like you. Why you why you all over the place with it? We talking about people are allegedly talking about your family and lying. And there are no lies detected with someone throwing an event and not having the correct or any information available to the public people that they want to s- spend their money on the tickets. There's nothing wrong with people calling to ask questions about it because the information is not on the flyer. Okay?
God ain't playing. He ain't playing. He ain't putting no pampers on nobody. I'm telling y'all the truth, baby. He's not putting no pampers on none of y'all. Y'all better put on your grown girls and grown men's underwears and panties. I'm telling y'all better put them on because God ain't playing with you. He ain't putting no pampers on you. He ain't gonna let you pee on yourself, baby. No, 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 no. Oh no, he's not putting no pampers on none of y'all. He's not gonna pamper y'all. He done gave y'all the instruction. He done gave y'all the book, and y'all better read it.
And this is somebody who probably has not picked up a book maybe since second grade, if that. Okay. This is somebody who has probably, if she touched the Holy Bible, it might burn her hands. Might just implode, just poof, like a dirt bomb, just explode right in her lap.
Period. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. You better go in there and read that book of Revelation, honey. I'm just keeping it real with you because it's showing. Everything I ever said, I had 3 bloggers, like I said earlier, that said, oh, Miss Wanda was right. Miss Wanda was right. They had to go through one of them had 12,000 subscribers.
And how is this relevant? How does this support anything that you're saying about people talking about your daughter or calling up to the Expo location or trying to make your daughter and her husband lose their jobs? Say it again with me. They don't have jobs.
One of them had 10,000 subscribers, and I think the other one had like 14 or 15,000 subscribers. They had to go in front of all them subscribers, y'all, to say that Miss Wanda was right. I hate to say it. I bet God don't let you say a lot of things you hate to say. Yeah, you're gonna say a lot of things you hate to say. And one of them most definitely was she talked with your girl. That wench there, she ain't got enough, baby. God got some whooping to do on her because she played with God too much. That one right there, she played with God too much.
No, you play with God too much. Praying for people's channel to be stricken, praying for people's income to be affected, slandering, saying libelous, disgusting, deplorable things about other black women. If you're so godly, then why do you always have to try to keep score with what someone else is doing? But when it happens to you, it's a problem. Why is that double standard, Wasteland Wanda? This is the danger I mean by having the title of mother. It's dangerous for her to have that precious title. She defiles the journey of motherhood, the gift of motherhood is tarnished by these type of demonic, toxic women.
Yep. She played with God too much. And God gonna show her that one and the Booker Bear. Y'all know who Booker Bear is. Yep. Her too. Going on for job, trying to get going on for job to try to get rid of them off these folks. I don't care. I can argue and cuss Miss Betty, cuss Stormy, and cuss everybody out on that doggone show. But what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna come for their job. That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna come for their job.
Wanda, you'll do anything. You'll do anything to get back at somebody because you have no self control or self awareness, and what you want is what you want when you want it. You don't have the wherewithal to even accept any accountability for your destructive, damaging, traumatic behavior and actions. You, nothing sacred. You have defamed and slandered a little baby. So please miss me with this bullshit here.
Because I know what God give you, God will take it away. Period. God is not that master of what disorder. Man, I'm just telling y'all, you can take it however you want to take it. Do wrong and think wrong won't bother you. That's all I'm gonna say. You do wrong, talk about people and think it ain't gonna come back and hurt you. Talk about folks and think it ain't gonna come back and they're gonna not talk about you. And you tell me God ain't in the business of blessing. Yeah, He is in the business of blessing. That's the problem right there. That's what we got to learn it. God is in the business of blessing the people that wants to be blessed them.
And that's why it appears to me and many others that you're not being blessed. Neither is your daughter and her husband, because they are the anti of godly. Okay. They are the opposite of anything godly, anything righteous, anything ethical and moral, loving and compassionate, empathetic and community oriented. Nothing about them fits that title. Okay.
Themselves and bless others. That's why He said, deny yourself. So if don't put yourself, don't do things.
You're not supposed to take advantage and fleece the people that you're trying to assist or help or improve. You're not supposed to capitalize off of people's goodness or thirst for knowledge or longing to network and improve. You're not supposed to abuse your own culture of people.
Things that you don't want nobody to do to you. Period. Don't do it.
So tell your daughter and her husband to stop running scams on people and pay back all the people that they took their money and spent it on body work on their body and wrapping up cars and remodeling their home with. Tell Tisha to give back them damn chandeliers and the mirrors and stuff that she stole from the what should have been the wellness clinic. Okay? Tell your son-in-law to repay the barber's child's trust fund money that he spent to try to open up a business and create a legacy and be an entrepreneur for his family. Okay? Do that.
If you don't want nobody to blast you out, and only thing I want people to know, when I'm on that show, that's my job. That's my job to do whatever it takes to make people laugh and you know what else.
Wanda, you're not on no show. You're not famous. You're not coming back on the show. Okay? You tried to physically assault Melody. You have harassed her the almost the entire time you were on the show. Okay? And you are irrelevant. There's no reason for you to be on the show, and nobody asked you to be the comic relief of the show. That's not why you were brought to the show. You are someone's mother. Okay? You're not a comedian. You don't have any talent. Okay? Talent is not creating drama, spreading toxicity, and being an embarrassment to yourself and your family and your community.
That's my job. That's my job. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Where in the contract? Let me see. Let's see it. You know, show it. Show and prove. What is your how is it? Who appointed you the comic relief of Love and Mary Tunstall?
Okay? When I'm on that show, if Miss Betty decide to cuss somebody out on that show, hey, she getting paid for that.
No, she's not getting paid to cuss people out. They pay you to shoot a scene to show the reality of your family dynamic, your personal life, your business life, how she fits in as Stormy's mother, what type of relationship does she have with her daughter Stormy, who is a cast member. She's not paid to cuss people out and come be the agent of chaos, in Mel's words.
She getting paid.
Like you, the agent of chaos, the devil's apprentice.
Don't mean no harm whatsoever. I ain't hating on nobody. I don't hate on nobody. But whatever it takes for you to get paid, you have to do it. I understand that. But some things you do, you don't have to do it. You're doing it because
Yeah, like all the stuff you did. All the stuff you did from season 1 all the way up until you got booted off the show. You didn't have to do none of that stuff you did. You should have just been a mother. But again, generational curse of toxicity, unaddressed traumatic issues, mother wounds from her mother, passed through the Wander, Wasteland Wander, passed through the Tisha. They all act like entitled, unattended, untrained little baby girl toddlers.
this is your choice. This is your choice. You choose to do. Now y'all say, oh, what the bloggers get paid? No. They throw some hateful stuff. I mean, they lie on people. Let me say it that way. Not that they show hate, but they just lie. If they was tell the truth, then it's fine.
You lied on Mel. I mean, you even lied on Kiki. You lie on yourself all the time. You always lie. You just attacked another blogger and told lies about another blogger, a content creator that just got started. You called that brother all kind of foul, deplorable, disgusting names that weren't true. You accused him of a lot of criminal activity that was not true. He cleared that up on his channel. So, what, what's the diff? You're a liar.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. But when you lie on people, that's the problem I hate about it. Quit lying on folks. People got these type of jail records. People got this. If you don't know, don't repeat what you hear. Whoever that pinky lady is, she just lied. Oh, when she called my daughter name, I knew she was lying. Drug charges. My daughter got drug charges on her. Man, get the F out of here. Drug charges. I mean, like, damn.
This is just really pathetic. You know, it's important for mothers to be personally accountable for their behavior, be able to accept ownership of the good, the bad, and ugly of what they do, the consequences of their own choices. Okay. A mother cannot be delusional. This is the same thing that happens with male identified women who raise young boys up to be men. These men grow up entitled and they don't understand they were not taught boundaries. Their mother never told them no. And then when they start to choose who they want to date and start dating black women, they are abusive. They turn out to be just like Melody's ex-husband. Mama Mama Hope husband. Okay. So toxic mothers do not, in my opinion, deserve the title mother. It is dangerous for these type of women to be mothers because they psychologically damaged, spiritually corrupt, innocent, unsuspecting children.
When that happened? What
It's abuse. It's emotional, mental neglect and abuse.
I was, because I'm deaf 24/7. I go get my baby out of anything and everything that she ever got in anything. I never had to get
And that's why she thought it was okay to steal. That's why she thought it was okay to do marry a guy that she didn't really know well enough. Wound up getting pregnant before she was married. Been a mother and a housewife chained to the house and not able to utilize her education. She said it in the last most recent episode. She gave up her internship in another state to get the hell away from Huntsville and live her life and be great. She gave that up to be a housewife. So Tisha is holds a lot of resentment, not only for her mama, but for Marceau. Okay. Because if you ask me, my opinion is them two never should have had children or got married. I'm just saying.
her out of jail for nothing. So where all these drug charges coming in at? Where she got a
You could be charged with stuff and it could be dismissed or thrown out or, whatever, but you could still be charged for stuff. That doesn't mean you have to go to jail for it. You know, I was charged for resisting arrest, you know, got Terry stopped for no reason, got taken to jail. They had to let me out the next day. No charges, but I didn't have any charges on my record, but I was charged with it and the judge threw it out.
felony? Stuff like that right there, what I'm telling y'all. Big liar. Been working at the bank for almost 15 or 16 years, but she got felons on her. Lies like that to make people feel, make
When was Tisha working at a bank? She been married, what, 16, 17, 18 years now? So what bank was she work? See what I'm saying? She said, don't tell lies, but then she turned around and lied. Let's go.
the next woman feel good. That's sad. If that's how y'all got to lift y'all God up. God, the real God don't want y'all. The real God do not want y'all. He wants y'all to stay over there the way you lifting that person up. Cause y'all got enough of all these lies to lift a human being up like that. One thing you should have enough sense to lift God up. You should be able to lift God up every single day. I never heard anyone get on there lifting God up. But
So she never heard nobody on IG and social media lifting God up. She talking about, you see how she slicked this? You see this? Childish, immature, older woman with adult children and grandchildren who are almost grown as well. Nobody lift God up, but Melody is always tuned in to the Almighty, always putting God first. Miss Van, that's all she does is glorify God first, give God the honor and the praise. See, that's the type of women that I grew up around my grandmother. She always had prayer war. She was a prayer. She could get a prayer through and she wasn't playing. Okay. That's the type of mothering grandmother I had. My mother, she was a church goer, but if it makes sense, she wasn't a Christian. She used God as a meat shield, a lot like Wasteland Wanda here, right? And it was her default excuse, blanket cover up to deflect from the disgusting, sneaky snake shit that she would do to us to sabotage our sibling bonds, my bond with my dad. My mother was very crafty and sneaky and stealthy, where Wanda is more overt and obnoxious and really low frequency with how she does her hovering and flying monkey tactics, word salad, gaslighting, all wrapped up in this here, right here. Very toxic and miserable. Wanda will never be able to see anything past Wanda and how upset and angry she is and outdone, that she is not the center of attention, and that fact that she wants Tisha to be in the position that Melody is in, but she did not put in the investment into her daughter. See, she did not love and respect and honor her daughter because she knows that that daughter is a gift from God. See, children are special anyway. Boys, girls, sons, daughters, children are already a gift no matter what gender we're blessed with, right? But a daughter and a mother have a special kind of bond that only a daughter and mother will ever understand. It's a special love language in the spirit that we want to make sure that they have a easier way of understanding themselves and growing into blossom into a beautiful woman. And then there's those who compete with our little baby girls from the age that they can walk, and they feel slighted because that baby girl is getting the attention and the love and the adoration that children deserve from the community. And then the mother is secondary. And see, Wanda is too immature to have had a little girl because she still is mentally, emotionally, and spiritually a little girl. So she compete with Tisha. Anything Tisha do, outwardly, I'm proud of you, but inwardly, she's resentful. She's upset and bothered and pressed because she didn't have that opportunity. Okay, so let's take a peek at the rest of this here. She's still going on and on around this circle, Robin Hood's barn, and I'm right now. I'm just over it. So we want to hurry up and get room down to the end of this here.
I'm just like Cat Williams, baby. With Cat Williams said he turned down. We said 50 million. Woohoo! Now 50 million. I mean, it depends. Cause I'm not gonna do the things that I probably like Cat Williams. Certain things I'm not gonna sell my soul out for. I'm not gonna sell my soul
Wanda, you don't have no soul. That's what I said before. You don't have no soul.
out for that. Okay, I'm just not gonna do it. I jokes, I play, and I do a lot of things, but I'm not gonna sell my soul out. No, because God said, "What good is gaining the world and lose your only begotten soul? To whosoever believe in that, baby, whoever do some mess like that, that's on them. I ain't in it. I ain't in that ball game. I'm not. I'm just not. And I can't even read the what you call it, y'all, because I'm driving and the sun is directly in my face. I thought I had my glasses, some type of glasses in here, so I must have put an amp here in here. Not one pair. But yeah, y'all, I wasn't gonna be on here long. I just wanted to come and say that. I just want to say yesterday, yesterday was our time. Today is yours. It's y'all time to get chewed out now. It's y'all time to get tapped on the show. But I'm just saying though, God warned you first. And what come behind warning? What come behind warning? The pain come behind warning. Because when he warn you, he taps you on your shoulder and let you know, hey, and you continue on doing it. Baby, pain come behind it.
And can you imagine just growing up in a household with a mother daily that talks to you and around you like this as a little girl? You know, you have certain things you starting to be interested in. You have little friends that you want to play with. You know, y'all go out and play double dutch, Chinese, jump rope, hopscotch, you know, roller skate, bike riding, tag football, running basements, red light, green light. And then you say, okay, well, you know what? I want to do something different for the summer. Maybe I want to join Girl Scouts. You bring the permission slip home and ask your mom to read over it because you want to be a campfire girl, you know, and start your journey with Girl Scouts and learn different skills and things like that. And this is who you have to explain your interest to, as a growing, developing young lady. You want to start to spread your wings socially, and see what palette is out there that you're good at, discovering your talents and gifts. Maybe, Tisha wanted to take an extra art class, at the youth center in the area, you know? And imagine the how limited her home life and family life was as a little girl, you know. My mother parallel Wander because she was strict. She was very strict. She thought she was better than everybody in the neighborhood. Her kids was better than everybody else's kids. Her husband was better than everybody else's husband. My mother sat high and looked low and passed judgment on everybody because she felt she was above reproach because she was proper and she dressed well, and she was taken care of, well kept, codependent housewife who married her husband straight out of her parents' home. My grand my grandparents wasn't playing. You either leave the house in a pine box or a white dress. Wasn't no get your own place and live by yourself. Little girls back then. My mother was a young woman, and that dark age mentality is just mental illness, and it translated generation to generation through our women, black women, as we grew to become wives and mothers. And a lot of black women and men married for survival purposes. A lot of them also did not marry for love. It was for survival and to try to stay out of the way of the colonizers who were brutally removing us from the population. So I'm going to end it there with Wasteland Wander. And, Wanda, you really need to have several seats in the nosebleed section because this is why it's very difficult for the millennials and Gen Zs and beyond to respect their elders because a lot of elders leave us nothing to respect, especially black women. It hurts me to see this product of what we are supposed to look up to and respect for and as an elder, somebody's mama and grandmother who has the IQ, intellect level of a a flea, an amoeba, and you expect nobody to clap back or karma to come swiftly around and spin the block and beam down on you and your family the same way that you took pleasure and joy in watching Melody go through her very messy divorce and is still dealing with the residuals of it. But now that your little confused daughter is in the spotlight and she could not get her hooks in Melody, then she tried Stormy. That dismantled itself. And now Tisha has nobody to hide behind anymore. And the truth of who she really is, and the truth of the dynamic of her marriage and her businesses, her entrepreneurship is starting to show its ugly, ugly, ugly face. So, the opposite of what you said is true. Everything that the bloggers and the content creators have predicted is coming to pass now. Okay. With that being said, I'm out of here. I'm getting ready to get me something to eat. Peace, one love, take good care of yourself. Stay away from these toxic elders. Okay. Respect is earned. Okay. I respect Mama Van because she got the assignment. Okay. Gen X showed up and showed out. She did that and raised a beautiful, classy, elegant, well polished, well rounded, beautiful empath. Shout out to Melody Cherie Rogers. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and week. Be safe out there. Queen Common Sense out for now.